Good morning, everyone. We will talk about TreeShade. At first, a small introduction. You can install TreeShade from exchange.adobe.com, from Adobe Exchange. So write exchange.adobe.com, and from Creative Cloud, search for let's run this. Search for TreeShade. TreeShade. It's totally free, and it works as a local server and extension for Adobe Creative Cloud, especially Adobe InDesign and Adobe Bridge. You can use with other software. It serves as a content management system and auto-generating for Adobe InDesign output as PDF files or image. But it's not necessary to subscribe to Adobe Creative Cloud, because Adobe Bridge is free. You can just create an account in Adobe and install Adobe Bridge. So after installing TreeShade, you will have one menu called TreeShade, new menu called TreeShade in Adobe Bridge. All these commands is actually an extension functionality for synchronizing files and content management and asset management. In Adobe InDesign, you will have two menus: TreeShade and Live Snippet. Live Snippet to connect the content to the document element for automation and auto generating. Today we will not talk about InDesign. Let's talk about content management. After installing the TreeShade in Adobe Bridge, TreeShade will ask you to create root folder. After selecting a root folder, you will have main.js file. Like here, I have created this root folder, trst, inside the partition. And here I executed main.js as node server, node application. So I have a server for content management and for web page hosting. In addition to the server, I have here tunnel service. It's called ngrok. You can use it free, but to assign a domain, you need to pay about $8 monthly. I have here connected to ts.darrellwalton.com.sa. Okay. Now let's start in plain project. Okay, inside after installing TreeShade, you will have workshop folder. Inside this folder, you put your project files and edit them. And the other paralleled folder is for output. Like here, I have output folders, pages, final PDF, interface, not interface. The output folders you can manage like this. If you click any of these output folder, you will go to the same path but in a different root folder, like here in version PDF, and this for versions. You can make version for any file, and here the red line to warn you not to edit version location, because the editing only in workshop. If you want to check out any old version, just double click on the old version to be replaced to so the working copy will be replaced by the checked out version. Let's create a folder. Let's name test D. Open. Okay. Now at least I need to create a text file that has ts_key in its name. Here I have shortcut in TreeShade menu. New. These files work as template. Any file you put inside template folder in workshop, it will be revealed here as command. Here I have plain text file. These instructions for duplicating or manipulating the name of the file, just ignore these, just click OK. And here you can rename the file. Also you can change the path if you want. Here let's name data, and in the name I will write ts_key. Okay. Now the file must has at least I can double click the text file to edit its content in this window for quick editing instead of opening in Notepad. At least it must have the button name, the submitting button name. Let's say update Canon // to update in the same location. Okay. Now Now what? Now if you double click on the text file, TreeShade will ask you to open the online form. Click yes, and then the online form will be loaded. With this button update, because we right here update, so you can change the name to submit, for instance, and now refresh the page. The button name will be changed to submit. Before you can reveal the online form by double clicking the text file, the TSK file. You need to open the domain at least at minimum once. You need to open the domain once, so the domain will be registered in TreeShade. Okay, now let's create a folder for the data. See, I have here logical connection between the text file that has ts_key and the folder that both have the same name, so they considered paired file and paired folder. It's called the paired folder because if you right click on the text file, you can click switch to the pair, so the folder will be opened automatically. Okay, now let's make a text file, any text file. Its name content. Okay, now let's load. Now the text file revealed here, so I can update using the online form. Submit. Now if you open this text file, you will have the same content. What if I add a file? Let's add an image file. Okay, let's update. Okay, now the end user using the URL, you can send this URL to anyone to fill the content. Here the text file revealed as text area. and the image file revealed, so the end user can upload new file. So now I can upload a new file here. Let's change the content also. Okay, the content updated. You can, let's name photo. Let's consider the text file as a description for the photo. And let's make a list of photos, so the end user can upload many photos with their descriptions. So to do that, we need to create a text file for the list, as a key for the list, not as a key, as a sub-content paired file. So a new plane, and to make a list we need to add an ID at first. So write ID and 5 digits and capital letters. These will be random, will be any a new file will have a new random ID, so with the same length as I have here, 5. You can make display label, okay. Okay, now I have the paired text file. Create a folder with the same name, ID, capital letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and move the photo and the content inside that folder. I will use this command, big for change. Big for change, select files to make change, and inside ID folder I will select change and write here the path dot $$ slash fn file name. Now the picked files will be changed to this location. The current folder is for current folder, and this the file name. Okay. This folder supposed to be hidden, but in Windows it displayed. It has metadata for TreeShade, let's change content to description. Okay, that's it. Now if we load the folder, if we load the online form, now I can have list like here, mountains. I can add a new one. Okay, now I need to write label also to distinguish the folders and the sub-content, and I can write the same description, layout, and here mountains, submit. Okay, now I have three sub-content, three paired files with three paired folders. If you have long list, you can browse any folder by double clicking on the paired text file. If you double click, TreeShade to ask you open paired folder. If you click yes, the folder will be opened. Here also in Adobe Bridge there is a feature that you can display, filter the content. You can display only the plain text. So now you can browse the content by that. But the problem here, you need to filter every time. The filter is not okay. If I want the description, if I want the label here to be exactly as the description, I can change here the description and add a flag TS LBL label. So the description become label for the folder. Okay, this is the root folder. Let's delete the other two to make you can select the paired files, and from TreeShade menu select move to trash. TreeShade will warn you, cancel moving to trash, no. Now TreeShade will ask you, do you want to move the paired folder to trash? The paired folder with these text files, yes. Okay. Now let's refresh again. Now in the description, if you change the description, mountains near the sea, the label also change. You can change from here or from here. Okay, you can add a new item. The label help you to distinguish the sub-content on the form and also when browse the folders. So when you close the sub-content, the label here displayed. You can reorder and you can remove. What's the benefit of this? You can use these folders for design project. So every new content have separated folder. So the graphic designer will have ready folders for content, and the end user, like the marketing person or the collaborator, can add new content and edit the content. You can connect the content to the InDesign document to be generated automatically simultaneously, and the graphic designer can change the content to be reflected online, and the end user can change the content to be reflected on the design in both directions. Okay, that's enough for this session. Thank you for watching and goodbye.